Mackey Motors in Lake City is the place to find new and certified used vehicles, along with a knowledgeable and helpful sales staff. Find new roads at Mackey Motors in Lake City.
Mackey Motors postgame show continues here on Kick 106.0, and Joe Carey with the Paton Churdan Rockets joining us here tonight. A hard fought 61-55 loss. Joe, the first thing I got to ask you is, when did you notice that all of a sudden you got hot there late in the third and into the fourth quarter?
I don't know. It was a surprise to me, if I'm being honest. After the first one, I was like, oh, I haven't made one all game, and it just felt good to see one go in. And then the second one, your adrenaline starts pumping a little bit, and then shots just start falling, and you're living on you're flying high for sure.
You had to know you were feeling it. That layup you made, you were a little off balance, kind of chucked that one up to the rim, and you got the bounce. So what were you thinking as you penetrated there?
I don't know. I had the intent to score the whole entire time, but then once Caden Smith, he walked in front of me, and I was like, uh-oh, I'm already in the air. This isn't very good. I got to throw something up here, and then luckily it went in.
Talk about that charge that you and your teammates made there in the fourth quarter, down to 24 at one point. Looked like you were kind of out of the game. What changed for this team? Because I saw the entire energy level for Paton Churdan rise at that point.
Yeah, in the locker room, we really rallied together. We had a little mishap in there, and then it really gained us, put a little bit more of a family aspect into it. We could bounce back, be brothers again, and work together, have high intensity, and just keep it rolling.
Slow start for you guys tonight. Was there pressure defense? Did it catch you guys off guard a little bit?
It seemed like it. We had a few turnovers early in the game, and then once we sort of settled into our own thing, and then we sort of got our heads underneath us or our feet underneath us in the second half, and then we just started going.
They were really working the ball into Caden Smith early. How'd you guys adjust to that as the game went on?
Well, at the beginning of the game, we weren't fronting him, and then we really tried to get around him, and once he started putting points on us, we started trying to get in front of him and front him up and make sure he couldn't get the ball, and then have backside help trying to swat away that ball once they lob it in.
What'd you think of your guys' defense overall tonight?
The first half, it seemed a little lackadaisical, didn't have much intensity. And then the second half, we were a little fired up. We hit a few shots at the beginning, and then the intensity was all there. That's all we needed, was just see a few shots go in and have faith that we could do something with it.
I mentioned something to Glidden that they probably felt like if they'd hit more free throws, they'd have won by more, 10 of 28. But you guys only 5 of 15 tonight, so got to feel like a little bit like maybe like the free throw line left you guys a little bit short tonight as well?
Yeah, and last game was really our first game that it didn't. And I thought we were thinking that we're a great free throw shooting team coming into this just because of last game, and then we sort of we didn't work on it as much, we didn't prioritize it as much, and that was our problem.
What can you guys take away from the fourth quarter here tonight to help propel you guys through the rest of the season?
Yeah, we can put points on the board. I mean, recently, at the beginning of the year, we weren't putting many points on the board, and now we just saw that we could put points on the board. We have the ability to do that. We have the scorers. We can knock down shots. Just puts a lot of faith in us and keeps us confident going on.
Joe, I tell you what, great effort out of you tonight. Appreciate you coming up, joining us. Best of luck coming up on Friday night. Joe Carey joining us. We're going to get head coach Bud Fagen over here. We'll get Coach working his way over here for post-game interviews here tonight. We'll get a chance to talk with Bud. We'll get Coach Fagen to join us here. Bud, I think you're going to have to spin those around. There you go. Can you hear me all right, Coach? I think that one needs to be just flipped just like that. There you go.
I was trying to spin it.
Yeah. Coach, congratulations. I know a loss here tonight, but you got to be happy with some of the stuff that your kids take away from this game here tonight. Down 24 in the second half. They fight all the way back, had it down almost to a one-possession game with chances here tonight. I know that's probably disappointing to let this one kind of slip away at that point, but your thoughts on this? Happy or disappointed, or kind of mixed emotions here tonight?
Well, yeah, I guess they're probably mixed. Disappointed in the loss, of course, but we just didn't get off to a good enough start that first half, and we put a little pressure on them towards the end of the third quarter and the fourth quarter, and made a few threes in a row there and got back in it, and I was real proud of the way they fought back. They could have given up 24 down or whatever it was, and they're a hard-working bunch. Proud of them.
Coach, talk about that rally. Was it Joe knocking down that shot that started it, or did you see something on the defensive end, or maybe on a rebound that maybe ignited this team a little bit?
Well, we really weren't looking for Joe that much at that first basket. We were trying to pound it inside a little more. But the guys recognized, give them credit there, that Joe was hot and they were getting the ball to him, and he was putting them down. So they started working it for him.
You guys look like a different team a little bit offensively when you can get Braden Smith at the free throw line and kind of start your offense there. How did you feel like it worked tonight when you guys were able to get the ball into him at the line?
Well, it worked good. It's been a deficiency for us so far this year. We keep harping. Braden doesn't get enough shots, and we got to do a better job of getting it to him. And when he gets it, he's too unselfish. He needs to capitalize on it more.
How'd you feel like you guys battled them? They had a little more size than you guys inside rebounding-wise with Caden Smith and Tyler Brandt. How did you feel like you worked on the boards tonight? How that Shaden Thurman, had a really good night for you on the boards.
Shaden Thurman did have a good. I think he might have had 11 or so. I'm not positive, but I haven't looked that close. But I know he got about the first 5 of the game, and yeah, he did a great job on the boards. On the whole, I was pretty pleased with our rebounding effort tonight.
How much did that hurt you guys, losing Shaden and even Riley Cullum to foul trouble here in that second half?
Yeah, it probably hurt us a little bit. Not that the other guys didn't do a great job,
Yep.
Especially defensively, but offensively it takes a little away when we don't have Shaden knifing and driving in there and maybe getting to the foul line.
You guys able to come home now Friday night. You got Woodbine. What are you looking at? I think they've got quite a bit of size this year, if I remember correct.
Yeah, that's what I remember. Other than that, I really haven't looked that far ahead yet.
Well, Coach, I tell you what, I appreciate you joining us. I apologize I kept you guys a little longer here tonight, but appreciate you joining us. And if I don't get to see you before the holidays, happy holidays. Best of luck coming up on Friday night.
Thank you, Jeff. Appreciate it.
You bet. Bud Fagen again, the head coach for the Paton Churdan.